Okay, this first video is about what is meditation. So of course I'm giving this to you from my own viewpoint, and the real answer is that meditation is whatever you want it to be. You can meditate on leaves that are flapping in the wind, like I see outside right now. You can meditate on prayer, mantra, songs, phrases, anything. You can meditate on anything really, and meditation can be whatever you want it to be. For me, whenever I first started out, meditation was just relaxation. So I just did it to find some relaxation at the end of the day. So for me, that's what meditation began as. And it changed for me over time. On this website, I'm going to refer to meditation over and over, and I'm speaking about meditation from my own point of view, right? So um, whenever I say meditation, I mean focusing on the breath. It's a whole process. There's a lot of things to it, right? Focusing on the breath. You can focus on the entire breath cycle. That can be a part of your meditation. Focusing on the breath at the nose here, where you feel the air come in and out. That can be part of your meditation. Um, Focusing on aches and pains in the body. Your back may hurt. I'm leaning up against a wall right now. It just feels better. But your back might hurt, your arms, your legs, your toes, your ankles. Usually the outside of my ankle hurts because I sit in a half lotus position, so my left ankle is usually hitting the solid concrete, in this case tile. But you might have many different aches and pains, and part of meditation is to look at those aches and pains. It's really to look at, meditation is a process of looking at everything going on in your mind. So um, as you first start out, your mind will be, scattered, and you'll be looking at all these different things and trying to pull one out to look at it, trying to pull one out to focus on it. And it's pretty difficult in the early stages. Um, but as time goes on, as days and weeks pass, you will get better at being able to pull out one little focus spot, one little captured moment, and one little captured thought, and look at it. One little nagging pain, you'll be able to focus on that. And yeah, so meditation can be many things. Here on this website and in my programs, I don't talk about other types of meditation. Um, I might mention them once or twice, but I don't focus on them because I don't do them. So I won't be talking about Zen. I won't be talking about sun gazing. I won't be talking about um, transcendental meditation. I won't be talking about mantra meditation, any sort of thing like that. The only thing I'm really concerned with and what I really want to help people with is to focus on the breath. That to me is the ideal. It's the ideal focus. It's the ideal object to focus on because it's always moving. It's the one thing in your body that's always going. You can't stop it. Your heart is going, but you can't feel it. Most people cannot. I can feel it lightly, but I couldn't focus on that as my main focus object. There's just no way. I don't feel it that well all the time. But that's why the breath is so good because it's always there and it's just forceful enough that you can focus on it to the exclusion of everything else around you. Right now there are cars going by. I don't know if you can hear them or if I'll be able to cut them out of the audio. But there are cars going by. There's birds at the neighbor's house next door. He keeps birds, to my horror. But so I see breath as the ideal focus point for meditation. Um, sure, the Buddha used breath. Most Buddhists use breath. Um, but uh, I just see it as the ideal. So if you have already started other meditations where you're focusing on something else, can you switch to breath? Because that's all I talk about here. And to me, it's the easiest. I don't know. Some people say it's difficult to focus on the breath, but you just breathe a little harder, at first in order to feel it better. Um, and yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to find the breath all the time, at the end of the exhale, and you're just kind of lingering there. Your mind is just like, where did it go? You still have to focus right there where you expect it to start again. And so that's a trick. I'll talk about many different. I don't want to call them tricks. Many different tips that will help you get through and break through the point where meditation goes from chore to unbelievable. It's really a fascinating thing going on in your head, and you really just kind of have to unlock it. It's um it's kind of like a puzzle. It's a game, little kids games. My daughter has this little square thing. I should have found it before I started. But you can move the numbers around the square. There's one missing, but you can slide all the numbers around. They go from 1 to 25 maybe, or 24, something like that. But it's kind of like that game. I mean, it's almost maddening to play the game of meditation and to focus and focus and refocus on the breath as your mind drifts and refocus on the breath. And it's almost it's almost ridiculous to do it so many times. But that's the game. That's the first game that you have to win, and that's the game. I guess that's the most important game, because once you get past that, you can really go places from there. I mean, once you get past that and the mind starts to quiet down a bit, the experiences start, and those are motivation enough to continue. I mean, once you start to have strange experiences, it's like, wow, you want to sit down and have another one. And once you get into the really odd experiences like jhana or something like that, then uh, some people even become addicted to them. They say they're jhana junkies, which I could see happening for sure. Okay, so that's it. That's what meditation is to me, and we're totally focused on the breath here. So if that's something that you can live with and something that you think you might want to do, then stick around and watch some more videos. All right, cheers.